This is the truck that we call the 88. That's what year it is. Never had a name for it, so it's just the 88, basically. Basically, part's an inside joke. Pretty dirty right now. I have currently been dailying this truck since my dually spider injectors decided to go out. So, it's pretty dirty. I plan on cleaning this thing up today. Me and my dad actually built this truck. That is brand new carpet, brand new seat cover, and other than that, we just, oh wait, we did the headliner as well, recovered it, but it's kind of just meant to be a work truck, like something we can jump in, and or I guess a shop truck, if you want to call it. So it's not perfect by no means, but we bought this truck with no engine for $400. Guy wanted $5 for it. It was a buddy of mine. It was 100% bone stock. It did not have the smoothie bumper on it. We put that on there. We decided we wanted to keep this truck factory style fuel injected. The engine harness was in extremely good shape. Is really one of the main reasons that I liked the truck when I first saw it. The engine came out of a Buick Roadmaster that had 140 or 150,000 miles on it, I think. I bought the car, the whole Buick Roadmaster, for $300, and I traded some C10 parts. So we basically just stabbed this motor right in after we did a oil pan gasket on it. Pretty sure we put a rear main seal in it and resealed the timing cover as well. There's a good chance we changed the timing chain as well, but maybe at least just checked it. But we didn't even have the heads off or anything. The car ran great, so there was really no reason to mess with it besides it leaking oil, so we fixed that. The AC system still works in this truck. Like I said, it is still factory style fuel injected with the TBI. It's not fast, but it is reliable. It's got headers on it. Gino out of Bruton, Alabama did the exhaust on it. It has a Y pipe into a single in, single out thrush welded muffler with a turn down on it. It sounds okay from the outside, but it drones really bad on the inside, so I'd like to get a tailpipe over the rear end eventually. This thing really gets rode hard and put up wet. I mean, this is the loaner truck. If somebody needs a truck to borrow, if theirs is broke or anything like that, this is what gets loaned out. So thankful for my old man for letting me and my brother and a select few of my friends use this truck if we need to. I wanted to go into the specs on the drop and everything. I have a bunch of pictures. I didn't video back then. I guess we built this truck probably 3 years ago now, and really haven't had to touch it besides the flywheel broke and I had to pull the transmission out of it. The body is 100% like we got it. It had this rear bumper on it with the 2 rusty balls. I thought that was kind of cool, and it is an antique in Florida, so it's got the antique tag. One night on my way home, it was dark. It was probably 8 o'clock, so it was kind of late, and I got ran off the road. The glass shattered. So this window is new. It's brand new, and it does not have tint on it yet, but the windshield is tinted. I think it's 35 or 40, and it's got a strip of 5 on it. I guess I'll go into the suspension specs. The rear is factory leaf spring. It's got a factory shackle in the rear of the leaf spring, and it has a 2-inch drop hanger on the front of the leaf spring. The helper leaf has been removed, and it also is flipped. So this truck does have a C-notch as well. It's a DJM flip kit, DJM spring hangers on the front, and a DJM bolt-in C-notch. I don't know the exact drop, but you can see this is the factory wheel from the truck, and this is a 265/50. So it's a pretty low profile tire. That's what's on it all the way around. Pretty sure the wheels are 8s. It's pretty much perfect for us. That's exactly how we want it. Moving on to the front. The entire front end has been redone completely. It has 2-inch Beltec low-ring spindles, and it has the stock spring that has been cut 3/4 of a coil. First we did a 1/4 coil, then we did half. Still wasn't quite where we wanted it, so we went ahead and did another 1/4 coil, and this is what we got. I imagine it's probably somewhere in like the 6.8, 6.9 drop range. This thing was ungodly ugly when we first got it, but this is how it sits now. It's pretty sweet. So my plan for today is to change the oil, check the fluids. My brother was daily in this thing about 2 weeks ago while his truck was in the paint shop. He said there was an oil leak. I'm gonna try to find and fix that. Probably just snug the back oil pan bolts up or something. Other than that, I'm gonna put the front lip back on it too. I hit an armadillo headed home one night, and it basically got hung up under the truck. The lip did, the front lip. And it's been in the back of the truck now for a while. We had already fixed it before with zip ties. We kind of like fixing it. We think it's funny. So oil change. I'm gonna put the front lip back on. It's an act of Congress to get this thing jacked up. So while it's up, I'm gonna do everything I need to do under there. Check everything, nut and bolt check the front end. I think I'm gonna give this thing a good detail. It's pretty dirty, so I'm gonna wash it, get the white letters cleaned up, and all that's gonna happen after I get this LS engine unloaded. Got the 88 in here jacked up. It's a pain in the ass. Yes, I have 3 jacks under the truck. And kind of got some bad news on it here. Let me turn this radio down before I get in trouble. The intake gasket in the back is leaking. Tried to do a quick snug on it, and the intake is tight. I just put a distributor in this truck probably about 2 months ago, and I thought maybe for some crazy reason I forgot the gasket or it was loose. Neither one of those was true. It's been leaking for a little bit now, but we've been keeping it full, and now it's gotten pretty bad. I just realized how bad it was today when I parked it on the concrete for a little bit. So looks like the intake's coming off. Guess I'm gonna get started. Push it down there. There it is. Yeah, I'd say it's roached. 053. All right, well, as you guys can see, I got the intake off the truck. Don't look too bad. I don't recall changing the intake gaskets. They looked like they were original. This is the one off the back of the engine. There's almost nothing. I don't know how it hasn't leaked sooner than this, honestly. Super thin. It's really thin right here. right there. It's thin. So, like I said, I don't know how it wasn't leaking more than that. And this also, I think, is a problem. And this would be 100% my fault for not replacing this distributor gasket. As you can see, there's like a split in it. It's super thin. I don't know why I didn't replace it when I put the distributor in a couple months ago. But I didn't, so whatever, here we are. No biggie. I'll get the intake all cleaned up, go to the parts store in the morning, get some gaskets and some RTV, and get the intake back on. So should be a pretty simple procedure. Yeah, it is unfortunate that an oil change today turned into this. But hey, it is what it is. We're gonna get it fixed and we'll be back.